Champ is in the building. Juice is here.
Champ is here.
Before we start, before we even get into the interview, the discussion part, we always like to ask our guests, what's your zodiac sign? I kind of already knew that. We don't like Aquarius. Aquarius men are different. Very loyal though. I will give
Right.
you that.
Towards
But
the fault.
huh?
Towards the fault.
Say it again.
You think towards the fault?
I think that they're very.
No matter what that person is doing, whether good, bad, or wrong, you're still gonna ride with it. That's why I said towards the fault.
Like they are easily detachable from emotions and what in relationships. Like I can be cool with you, but that part is just like that part is done for me. Yeah, that part is done for me.
What'd you say? You said you can what?
They learn how to detach very easily.
That's not me. Anyway.
No, I don't.
Well,
think
I think
they
it's
do.
I think it's a
They
facade.
hide
It's a
it.
facade of being able to.
I can definitely do that. I can
It's a
see you.
facade.
Yeah.
You really don't care, and the whole time I really do.
You're right.
It's like-
My brother is an Aquarius.
I'm gonna say, I always say this to my lady. I can't kiss my own ass, so I ain't gonna kiss yours. But I really would though.
I ain't never heard nobody say no shit like
I
that.
have. That's some old black people shit right there.
Yeah.
That's some
What
shit.
she say
That's some
when
shit
you
my
said
grandma
that?
said. Nothing. What can you say to somebody like that? Because to them, that's being truthful.
But for those who don't know who Juice is, might have never heard of him. Where are you from? Right, where I'm from, Pleasantville. What's your background? Like, what's your nationality and all of that?
Black, Mexican, Puerto Rican.
Woo, we got a lot going on. So tonight when we say we have kind of topics about black and
The
brown
brown
people,
people.
we hit every chord. Mexican, Puerto Rican, and black.
That's what we say when we say black and brown.
Yes, that's. How was it growing up with that diverse
Yeah,
background?
a lot of people didn't. Well, I grew up with my mom and my grandparents, so it was easy for me. I mean,
Which was black. Mexican and Puerto Rican?
My grandfather was Puerto Rican, my grandmother was Mexican. My mom was mixed, Mexican and Puerto Rican. But my dad was always around, so I mean, my life growing up, I
You
was,
speak fluent Spanish?
yes,
Oh wow.
I was,
My kids just had Puerto Rican. That's what I'm just asking.
yes, I mean, but so growing up, I mean, like that part.
But around here, it doesn't really matter around here if you
No.
black or Puerto Rican or Mexican or this.
Why
Really
do you
don't.
say that?
Around here is so diverse. I don't think that we realize how easy it is for us to cohabitate together versus when you go to other places and you see how people are ostracized because they are mixed or because they are Latino.
I remember like my first time experiencing not being liked by a Latino, and it was foreign to me because I didn't understand that there were Latinos who didn't consider themselves black,
Right.
didn't consider themselves wanting to be around black people or anything. And because I grew up near Washington Avenue, I grew up with the Anderharts. Like, you know, halfway, every single person that is an adult right now that was Spanish, Puerto Rican, is married to a black person, and vice versa.
They all got black kids.
Right, like my ex, Cuban, 22 grandkids. I think 2 of them might be full-blooded Spanish. Like we all intertwined. So I do understand what you mean. Boxing.
I picked boxing up later, honestly.
Did you?
Picked it up at 19, getting ready to turn 20. I played football and baseball my whole life.
So when do people normally start boxing?
Young, some people start at 7, 8, 9. But if you ask me, a good age to start really is like around 13, 14. Because it's a lot of people that started at 7, but by the time they turn pro and all that, they be burnt out. It's a couple fighters that were world champions, but you look at them now, they're like, damn, he was a world champion. Like, man, he been fighting since he was 7. 300 amateur fights, like, that ain't good. Then you look at somebody like Errol Spence, who started at 16, world champion. He ain't got that much wear and tear on his body because he started at a decent age. He was an Olympian and became a world champion. But you know, you get some people that's born into it, so they gotta start early. But it's fighting at that age, all the way till now, it's not good on your brain.
Right, because you constantly get hit in your head.
I actually heard somebody say that before. I've heard a lot of people say that they didn't actually step into, like you're saying, until later in life, 17, 18, 19, after their body kind of developed a little bit more. They actually got into the sport that is making them money now because it. I hear a lot of people say like, okay, I started out with soccer, because that's a good team building sport. And then I went to this, but then I ended up here. But it wasn't like the same thing you're saying. Like I was 8 years old and I knew I wanted to be a boxer. I waited until I was fucking 17, 18, 19, where I was a little bit more developed and it was easier for me to get acclimated to it versus doing it so young and thinking you got it figured out and really beating your fucking body up.
Yeah, but it's a lot of kids that was born into it. Like Floyd was born into it.
Right.
Like he born into it. My dad was a fighter. All his uncles was fighters. So he was born into it. But, he took care of his body. As you see, as he got older, he didn't fight every year. He fought once a year. I mean, that wear and tear on your body, it don't even be the fights. It be the training camp. Every day, waking up, running, going to the gym. People over and over. That'd be the hard part. The fight is the easy part.
Who introduced you to it? You said your father was a fighter?
No, my dad was a fighter.
Oh, I thought you said that.
No, I just like the sport. And I just always watched it. Always wanted to do it, but was playing football. So it's like, you can't box and play football, but football, you got to get big. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to that.
You gotta be lean to be a fighter.
Yeah, you got to lose weight to be a fighter. So I'm 180 pounds trying to play running back. Who am I going to fight in the heavyweight division? I'm 5'9".
You was 180 pounds?
Yeah, 185 in college. I was small in high school, but when I got to college,
You bulked up.
bulked up 185, and then I got hurt my sophomore year. My freshman year, I did real good. I didn't start, but I started a couple games. I had a real good freshman year. So I was going to be the man my sophomore year. And I went to a JUCO in New Mexico Military Institute, because
What's a JUCO?
when you don't make the clearinghouse, you can't go to a 4-year school like USC or Miami. So you got to go
like a
to junior.
division
So you got to go to it's a community college.
Okay.
But it's classes just like football, Division 1, Division 2,
Okay.
Division 3.
Okay.
It's Division 1 JUCO, Division 2 JUCO, Division 2 JUCO.
Oh.
So I went to a Division 1 JUCO. So from there, I was gonna play 2 years, get my grades up, make the clearinghouse, and then go to a 4-year school. But I got hurt my sophomore year, and I wanted a red shirt because I was gonna miss like 6, 7 games. And I had a beast first game. I got hurt in the third quarter. I had 13 carries, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. I was rolling and got hurt. So that was my year. So I'm like, I want a red shirt. Coach like, I ain't give you one. I said, well, you don't give me one. I'm leaving. He said, I'm leaving. I said, I guess he thought I was joking. I withdrew from all my classes the very next day and left. He
That's
said,
that Aquarian shit.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you.
He sent the whole team to my dorm room. Mind you, it's a military school, so we got a barracks. He literally sent the whole team to my dorm room to convince me to stay. I'm like, he pretty much gave me a Giants to kiss, so kiss mine now.
Right.
And I left, and then I tried to get back to school a few times, but he marked me down as playing. So in college, if you play 3 games, that year counts. But I only played 3 quarters, but he marked me down as playing. So my clock was gonna be busted. So I couldn't go Division 1 or to another JUCO. I can only go Division 3, and I felt like I was way better than Division 3 player. So I told my cousin, he always wanted to box, but he was actually good at boxing in his younger years. So I'm like, we gonna go to the gym, cuz. And we went. He was naturally good at it. I was terrible. And I was big, like 180 pounds.
Right, I'm trying to look at you and imagine
that.
Like, not to be in your business, how much do you weigh right now?
Right now, I left the gym today at 152. I gotta be at 146 by Friday. When we got in the gym, like the first day, I was like, man, I'm about to quit. But the way my dad raised
Day
me,
one?
yeah, it
Bro,
was
no.
rough. Like they got you thinking you watching TV, Mayweather doing all the bits. You want to do that when you get in the gym, hit the bag. They like, nah, get in the marriage. Yeah. Oh, I'm hurting. I'm big as hell. I'm like, man, I'm like,
Slow.
So you wasn't big as in muscle, like
I was bulky.
weight?
Yeah, I was bulky. I had muscles. Like I'm a pretty cut up person. person, but just look at me ripped up with,
There's a difference between being lean and being bulky.
with 30 more pounds on me. I mean, I still had a 6-pack, 8-pack, still had muscles. I was pretty cut up, but I was 185 pounds. And so we in the gym. I'm like, cuz, I don't know, this for me. I'm like, I mean, but the way my dad raised me, we don't quit nothing we do. So
No such thing as a
I just stuck with it. That's what he said. You ain't no quitting. So I just stuck with it. Got better and better and better and better. And here we are now.
The champ is here.
23 and 2.
How many?
23 and 2. Ranked in the top 30, no, top 40 in the U.S. and top 70 in the world in the welterweight division. So
Nice.
That's right. Tell them your stats.
Nice. What's one of your most memorable fights?
Saddam Ali in Vegas 2019, 26 to opened as a 26 to 1 underdog. By the time the fight rolled around, I was 13 to 1. No, the fight closed at 7 to 1 underdog, but I caught it. My family caught it at 13 to 1. We bet. Everybody bet. So I want to say when we all left that ring or at a casino, we had over $250,000 between everybody.
Oh shit. That
So
was
that
nice.
was the biggest. In all honesty, I think it's the biggest upset in boxing history was Mike Tyson. Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. I think I'm number 4 on the list. I ended up finding that out like 2 years ago. I'm number 4 on the list as an underdog.
And he from Pleasantville, yo.
And my great cousin is Wilfredo Benitez. He was the youngest champion ever in Puerto Rico. 17 years old, became a world champion. I didn't know that until now. I realized that while my middle name is Esteban. It's a Spanish name. And he has a cousin. His first cousin is Esteban Benitez. That's who I got named after.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Dustin.
That's what it seems
that's
like. That's probably why I like boxing so much growing up. Cause this one, the little cable box they had with the legal channels on it. You watching the fights on there, and I was
showing your age. You showing your age. Cause I want to say you showing your age. Telling people.
It was the 80s, baby.
Yeah, I'm an 80s baby.
He's showing his age.
Yo, I had made a post before that said like the ancestors will always get what they need to get done. They will always return in some type of way, and that's funny that like you learned that after
You decided to, really pursue boxing.
Yeah.
That just tells me that was just a part of your destiny.
Yeah, it's crazy because my father was incarcerated at the time when he found out I was boxing, and he was real advocate of me playing baseball, and I was real good at baseball growing up. 12, they play soccer.
Football.
I know I want to marry a baseball player.
From 8 to 12, I played
Don't start.
From 8 to 12, I played Little League. 8, I wasn't that good. 9, I was decent. Then he took me to Atlantic City, and I played in the Atlantic City Power League. And I just got better every year. By the time my 12th grade year, I was the best player in the league. Then I played Babe Ruth. Then I got to high school, I went to St. Jude's, but I went to St. Jude's for football. And so I tried out for the baseball team, and it was just like real, I don't want to say racist.
Standoffish.
I don't want to say racist, but
It is what it is.
I felt like they was being like racist, and they stuck me with the freshman team. But clearly, I was either a JV player or I should have been on the baseball team and went to track. And then I ended up leaving St. Jude's after my father got incarcerated. Ended up leaving St. Jude's after my freshman year. Went to Atlantic City for a couple months, and that was like probably the worst thing for me grade-wise, because it was like college. Like I was literally coming to class 30, 40 minutes late, and the teacher wouldn't say nothing. Like just look at me like, oh, okay. Mark me down this league. I'm here. Next day, test. What the test for? I don't know nothing because I'm in somebody else's gym or somebody else's lunch, fooling around, want to be the man, and I got my progress report. I looked at it, I said, these F's. I said, oh,
And they not on top of you like that.
Yeah,
like
they ain't no. I mean, at the end of the day, like I couldn't play sports because owed St. Joe's like $900, so they held my transcripts. So I ain't played no sports my sophomore year. That pretty much done. Then I finally got the money to pay it, and I ended up going to Pleasantville, and it was like 360 for me as far as grade wise, and I was able to play, did really good sports wise. I went to college. I didn't make my core GPA wasn't high enough to make it to Division I, but it was a lot of Division I schools that wanted to sign me. And my coach at the time was William Birch, BJ Pureland, real good dude. He was my coach, and he was telling me like, yo, you got to do this, do that. Like he really had it set up for me. Like I was taking classes from my sophomore year, my senior year, so I can get my grades up.
Right.
I mean, he really looked out for me. And then he told, there was a lot of coaches coming there to see me. I mean, come see other players. And then one time my highlight tape happened to be in the VCR, and he was like, the coach was like, yeah, that's a good player. He's like, yeah, he ain't gonna make the clearinghouse. They're like, well, send him to this school right here. I mean, we'll look after him.
To build it up.
Send him to this JUCO. We'll look after him or whatever. And so that's how that worked out. I ended up getting a full scholarship to the. I didn't want to go there because I had long braids. I got braids now, but I had long braids at the time. They made me cut my hair and cut my little peach fuzz I had because it's a military school. You can't have hair. So I didn't want to go there, but I mean, it's free. I mean, it's at the time.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I think it was
where you're trying to go.
That school's expensive. I think it was $21,000 a semester. You know, free. And I ain't got no student. I didn't finish, but I ain't got no student loans, no student debt, or nothing. So I was cool with that.
Who's kept you grounded through all of this? Like, is it a specific person, a saying, a song? Like, what keeps Juice motivated, grounded, especially coming from our area, because
grounded,
it's easy to slip in to the negative.
Grounded, my family, my mom, my dad, my siblings. I got 5 brothers and sisters. I'm the oldest.
Oh,
so,
me. Same situation.
I mean, just everybody like. I'm one of the people that even if I make $1 million, I'm probably not leaving New Jersey, like Pleasantville, like Atlantic County. I'll move I'll find a nice house, but just probably won't be in Pleasantville.
We love it here.
I ain't leaving Atlantic County. Like it just.
Me and my cousin
people
talk about
always
that
say
all the
like,
time.
I can't wait to leave Jersey. They're like, I don't like it. Right, his taxes is high. Like a lot of the gun laws, all that is goofy, but ain't no place for me. It ain't no place like home. Like I'm gonna move out somewhere else and have to meet all new friends. Like I'm a very close-knit person, so I love my friends, my family. I want to be around them all the time. My lady, her kids. So.
I was looking on your page because when guests come on, we try to look at their page, try to get a feel of, and it was so funny because I'm such a birthday person. My cousin can tell you, like, I love birthdays and I love other people's birthdays. Not so much my birthday, but other people's birthday. And I'm scrolling down his page and his family is like singing him every year.
No matter how old I
He has a cake. They all singing him happy birthday. And I was just cracking up laughing because I'm like, that's so cute. That's family.
Yeah,
like
Rose is gonna do that no matter what. Yeah, how old you get, you my baby.
Like, you're scheduled to fight on October 29th. How do you prepare for these fights?
You gotta run. The one thing about boxing, you can't cheat. So if you don't run or you don't train,
The stamina.
it's gonna show in that fight.
It shows.
I mean,
You're not prepared.
First round, second round, people gonna be in the crowd like, what's wrong with him? Why he ain't look? Yeah, I mean, you cannot cheat boxing. It's a grind every day. Like, I train in Cherry Hill, so every day I gotta drive to Cherry Hill.
It's a chore. It's not a chore, but it's
a job.
It's a job, and you have to be on top of it.
Yeah.
You're right. You can't cheat it. So what should the audience expect on the 29th? Tell us the vibe. What's the vibe going to be like?
A win.
A win. The champ is here.
We don't get paid for overtime, so I plan to make it a short night. I'm scheduled for these.
Hey! You hear this? Ain't no overtime.
We was just talking about
that. So I plan to make it a short night. I'm fighting up opponents 9, 5, and 2. You know, I haven't fought in almost a year. My last fight was last December, so it'll be close to 10 months since I haven't fought. So this is really just a fight to knock the rust off, and not boxing is very serious, so you take nobody for granted. But I plan to go in there and handle my business and get him up out of there.
Right.
If this fight goes the distance, I'll be upset with myself and have to look at myself and look in the mirror and be like, yo, what do you know? Like, you know what I mean?
So you do not want this fight to go the distance.
Absolutely
You want to knock out, like,
Yeah.
that's this.
I don't expect nothing less than a stoppage or a knockout, or he don't get out of the corner when the round is over.
Is it important for you to have, your city backing you, having your city in the audience behind
Absolutely.
you?
This is my 18th fight in the town. And every time they show up, I love it. Like Lang City, Pleasantville, just the 609 period, be in the building.
Say less. Say less than 609.
I feed off that energy. Like my last fight in December, I took a lot of shortcuts. There was a lot of stuff happening in my camp. Not to make no excuses, but I really wasn't in the best shape. It wasn't the best version of me. But being in there, the crowd being in there motivated me. I was able to stick it out and get an ugly win. So, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, when they there and they cheering, oh, come on, Juice, da-da-da. I'm dead tired in the corner looking across the ring like, I cannot let this dude beat me. Looking at him like, yeah, you don't want it more than me.
Beat me in my city.
You don't want it more than me. That's another thing too. Like, I have lost in the Lang City. My last fight that I lost was, I'm on a 13 fight win streak, but I lost in 2016 and it was not a good feeling. And I vowed that I would never let that happen again.
Is boxing easy to follow? Like, if a chick, but you in a relationship, he's in a relationship, y'all. But if you wasn't, like, and a chick was trying to impress you, is boxing something that you can easily pick up and just, like, follow and know?
I mean, in a sense, it is, but it isn't. But speaking of that, my lady wasn't really into boxing before she met me, so I guess when you're around somebody and they always watching fights, like, she's like, yo, fight come on, you be watching the fight, and now it's like, you picking it up because I'm like, I mean, for the most part, I would hope that you're going to be into something that I'm into.
Right.
So, I mean, I would say it's not that easy, but if you date somebody that's into boxing or does box, you're going to pick it up naturally. You're going to know this person, oh, he black, he's sorry. You know what I mean? Like, literally, we've had heated debates over fights, like, I thought he won. No, he won. And before you know it, we in there, like, it was almost turned into an argument.
Oh, shit. Yeah, and she didn't even know about boxing before.
But she knows now. Like, she knows what she's talking about and what she's watching. So it'd be like, and I'm one of them people that feel like I'm never wrong.
I get that, Aquarius.
Yeah, but I also get that from my dad. My dad is a Gemini.
Oh, Lord.
And he, like me and him have the most heated arguments. I know sometimes we be looking with my stepmom, I'll be looking like, yo, are y'all father and son? Like, what the?
Now about to fight.
And then you mix that Latino with the black.
Yeah, and my mom's a firecracker, so I just get it from there.
What's your mom's sign? Don't say Aries.
She was born in June. She's a Cancer.
That's why she celebrates birthdays.
That's why she celebrates birthdays so hard.
Right, I'm a Pisces and
I'm
she's
a Cancer.
We're water signs, so
we definitely celebrate birthday hard.
Right, and so your mom's a caregiver, like she loves taking care of y'all.
My sister's a Leo. Matter of fact, it's July. One of my sister's birthday is July 27th. And that was August 10th, so they both Leos.
Yeah.
So I got two Leos. Then the twins' birthdays in June. I mean, not June, July 10th.
They Cancers too.
They Cancers like
my mom. So you got a lot of
And then Nina's birthday's in December. So,
Capricorn.
I think December. She's right. It's like literally right before Christmas. Either the 12th or the 18th. I don't know. Nina, forgive me if I got it wrong.
Or Sag.
And what's your lady's? What's her birthday?
22nd.
Oh, she's a Pisces. Oh, you did good. You did good. You got. I'm a Pisces, y'all. Y'all know that. You did good if you got you a Pisces, though. They good women. We good women.
She's
caregivers.
The bag of chips.
Right. Get you a Pisces.
So, what advice can you give to future boxers?
Advice. Train hard. That's all you can do. I mean, like, you can't take no shortcuts. Like I said, there ain't no cheating boxing. So if you gotta run, run. You really can't miss no days in the gym. I want to tell you, my first 5 years of boxing, I probably missed one day out of the gym. Literally, I'm there every day. Like, it was to the point, like, my previous relationship, I was living with her. They're just like, you going to the gym again today?
Yes.
Me, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, at the time, I think the first
I think
2-3 years of my relationship with her, I was an amateur, so I'm not getting paid. I'm just like boxing for nothing at this point. You know, trying to make an Olympic team or make a national team.
Get recognized.
You get recognized, so when you turn pro, you can actually get some money. You know what I mean?
But nobody don't understand the groundwork that you got to lay down to get paid to get paid to do what you do.
Yeah, like Floyd was a bronze medalist. He should have won gold. He got robbed, but he was a bronze medalist. He one of the best fighters in that Olympic team. On that Olympic team, so when he got out of Olympics and turned pro, he signed with Bob Arum, Top Rank. He was getting ripped off for a while, but then he finally bought his way out of his contract, signed with Al Heyman, and then he turned into Money Man. So, but it doesn't work like that for everybody. Like when people ask me, like, yo, what's your goals? Like, of course you want to make millions of dollars like Floyd Mayweather. But it ain't, Floyd is
It's
one
not
of
overnight.
Yeah, and Floyd is really a once in a generation talent and businessman. He's,
Because it's not just the talent.
That's what I'm saying. People talk about him like he's dumb. He may not know how to read or this and that, but he put out the right people around him for business wise.
And he know how to do a contract.
That he knows how to make that money. He knows how to sell that, make that money.
He know how to do a contract.
Yo, there was a long time ago.
The people that he put in position to do these contracts is gonna do it for him. He trusts them 100% for them to tell him, yo, you need to sign this.
And then we get what's up. So we, you know, this is super disgusting. We get a little ratchet, and so like some people don't be wanting to come on here. I think one of your people don't want to come on here because he told me he was like, listen,
my people,
which
people?
I ain't gonna say his name.
No, we don't do people like that. We don't do people like that.
I tell you off camera. I think that might be your family or somebody. I don't know. They promote the fight.
If they promote me, then I just one of 5 people, so I know he's talking.
Yeah, he a champ too.
He said 1 of 5 people.
He a champ. He not a boxing champ, but he a champ.
I know he's talking.
Yeah, so he like, nah, we can't come with. So this is the ratchet part of the show, just a little bit. We're gonna play last impression.
The champ is here.